Hello everyone, good morning, namaste. I welcome you all in this Let's Tangle Together session. And I'm your host Nidhi Prakash. My co-host, my husband Ajay is here with me. Hello Ajay.
Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you in the session today.
So today we are going to work on a 3.5 inch square tile, and we are going to make this Zentangle Art. Before that, we'll work on the tangles and we'll make the tangles on the smaller tiles. Yesterday's session, we made this beautiful mandala, and I really want to give a huge shout out to Sonia Rajput, Jaya Bahetirati, Razina, Carmela, Lee Wanting. She shared both versions. Jyotsna, beautiful, Smita, Bindu, Shruti Rathi, Deepti, and Prapreet. Beautiful drawing and awesome color combinations you guys used. And this particular mandala is very beautiful in a way, like it has a lot of contrast. So, and I can see that beauty in your submissions too. So that's awesome. And day before yesterday, we worked on this Zentangle inspired art on a 6-inch square paper, and the submissions are also beautiful, all of yours artwork. So let's move forward for our today's art. So today again, I'm going to work on the classic version, but at the end or in the beginning, in the middle, if you want, you can use your colored pen. It's absolutely your choice. So let's start. And before I start today's session, I want to give you I want to tell you about this. Like, we worked on this tile few weeks ago, and I was not aware about the name of this tangle. And I want to say thanks to Shruti, who helped me, and she told me about the name of this tangle. She found out in some other Zentangle group, and that's the anthem. I was not aware about the name, so I gave the name Crystal because it looks like crystal. But basically, it is the anthem, the name of this tangle, and it is by Jody Genovese. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. And yeah, the name is Anthem. And thank you to Shruti again for helping me out in this. So let's start. Yes, Rabjot, so it's not crystal, it's anthem. So first, we'll work on this 2-inch square tile. You can work on a 2-inch square tile or the side of your paper, wherever you feel like. First, we are going to work on few tangles. So I'm here working with little thicker pen on these Bijou tiles with the 03 pen. And the name of this tangle is Fescue. We have used this tangle a lot in our previous tiles. It is a Zentangle original tangle. You can see this is the fescue, but here today in our tile we are using it a little different version. It's little wavyish and a loop in the end. So in that way it's kind of the same, but we are just going to make a tiny loop inside. That's it. So this is our today's fescue, which we are going to use. Second tangle which we are going to use today is Knightsbridge, and we have used Knightsbridge also lot of time. It is again a Zentangle original tangle, and today we are going to use it as a ribbon or a band. Rather, we are going to use it as a frame. So first, we are going to divide our paper into different sections, and now we will fill one and we will leave one. So that's how. Now I'm changing to the little thicker pen so that I can fill it quickly. So this is a Knightsbridge as a frame or as a border. It is a focused tangle, highly focused tangle. There is very easily we can mess up if we miss one box, and if we fill two boxes consecutive like together. This tangle comes in the category of the drama tangle also, because there is a high contrast in this. It is a grid tangle too, because we work in a grid in the Knightsbridge tangle. Sometimes we use it as a filler tangle also. And today we are going to use it as a border tangle or as a frame tangle in our artwork, in our tile. So that's why one tangle can fall into different categories. It depends how you are using them. Like in this one, in one of the tangle, we use it as a like the main filling style. And now you see, there are different ways of shading. Here the shading is going inside and outside both in the Knightsbridge, as well as in this inside place. and here it's just over the knight's bridge. That's it. This is our frame. These are the different variations of the same tangle. We are going to use these to style. And now the third tangle, which is kind of the focus tangle for our today's style, that is the W2 tangle. Again, a Zentangle original tangle. In this is a pure grid tangle. We are going to work on a grid. So we are going to make grid with these tiny squares. We use this tangle a lot whenever we are, drawing any basket for the weaving style or any belt, wherever we want to show that weave, we generally use this tangle. Again, I'm just switching to the little thicker pen so that I can fill these boxes. If you want, you can use your pencil first, okay? With the small square, I just mark the kind of the place, and then with the filling, I just made them a little bigger. Try to align them. And now let's join these W2 tangles. So like suppose if it started from here, the bottom of this line, then the next will go on the top, then again bottom, then top, then again bottom. Now I'm waiting for everyone. Please write down in the chat that you are done with these two tangles and you are working with me in this W2 tangle. And I want to say thank you to Deborah. I just saw a notification on my mobile for being a Patreon, and I want to say thank you to I can't see the name. I was seeing the name in the today morning. My new member in the Oak. Yeah, Andrea Castleberry. So, is everyone done till this level? After that, for the next square, we'll start working. Okay, Prapreet. Now we are going to work on the opposite style, like this up and then down, then up, then down, then up. And then we keep repeating the same thing. Now the first will repeat exactly the way we did the first line, we'll do the same. So every time we are kind of opposite drawing, and then again. This will be the first step. And happy Friendship Day to all of you. You all are my art friends, and I'm so happy to have you in my art journey and being part of your art journey too. And now, please look carefully. Now we'll start working on the vertical lines. We are done with the horizontal lines. Now in the vertical line, in this here, we are going to work this inside here, outside here, and then again inside. So it keeps on alternating again. This is the first line. So if this was out, so here again, I'm just stopping it here. I hope everyone is doing well. So I'm trying to draw very slow so that you can see the steps. So this is the W2 tangle, and it is basically a weaving tangle, a grid tangle, and in this W2 tangle we keep our lines absolutely straight. We fill the boxes square, but if instead of the square, if we use the circular shape, and instead of the straight line, if we draw the curvy line, then it will be the Huggins tangle. And wherever it's kind of going in, we are going to give little shading here. In one of my tile, the whole tile is based on this Huggins tangle, and we draw beautifully inside of them. So this is the W2 tangle. Yes, it looks like the weaving in the cloth or weaving in the baskets. It's pure weaving style of the tangle. You are absolutely right, Arya. Happy Friendship Day, Naveen. So we are done with these 3 tangles so far. And now we are going to work on this 4th tangle, and the 4th tangle is flux. And we are going to use the Rick's version in this one. like they are not growing in a just one line, rather they are going anywhere, everywhere. They can grow in any direction. So this is the Rix version of the flux. If you see here, so this is the Rix version which we are drawing today. This one is the Maria's version, where they grow kind of at the one point and as a pod, and here they are growing kind of the wild. So that's the difference. And then we can use Tipple to give shading, or we can just use our graphite pencil for the shading. It's a pure organic tangle, or the leaf tangle. So this is the flux which we are going to use. And now we are going to use the printamp. Printamp we have used a lot in our past sessions, but today we are going to use the printamp as a in the ribbon, or you can say in one band. So this is the printamp which we have used already so many times, but today we are going to use printamp in the band. So we are just going to use printamp in a row. So this is a different variation of the printamps. It's so easy and so elegant. Oops, my pencil is falling. Okay, and we'll give it a little band look like this with this shading. It's a very easy version. So the same tangle but in two different styles you can see today. We are using some old tangles, some new tangles, but the old tangles are like in a very different variation. And now, which is the okay, so one more new tangle, and that is I Can This. Isn't it a funny name? The name of the tangle is I Can This. This is again a Zentangle original tangle. So this is a purely nature inspired tangle, or the leaf tangle. So I'm drawing it a little slanted. So first we are going to draw this wavy line, and then in this wavy line we are going to sprout these little vines. Then on the end of these little vines we are going to draw these temple kind of shape. After that we will draw these tiny U in between wherever these kind of the bottom of these vines. And then we are going to join these hues with these temple line with this little wavyish line. And they will take a form of a leaf. Like a wavyish leaf. And after that, wherever we drew these U kind of shape, so just below them, make them little pointy inside. And then maybe we can make some edges little thick in the leaves, or maybe we can give like this kind of variation, like the leaf is kind of turning, or some edging to the outside. So it's your choice if you want to give any, extra embellishments to your leaf. That's it. This is I Can This, and we are going to use this tangle today. This is a very new tangle. So the two new tangles which we are going to use today, this is the W2 and I Can This. And the last but not the least tangle, that's my to-go tangle, and I don't think I can complete any tile without that tangle. That's the Tipple. You know that. This is the one. So I'm not going to draw that, but we are going to use a lot of orbs in this, and that's it. So these are the tangles which we are going to use today. Let me remove the other parts. These 7 tangles. Oops. Printamp, fescue, W2, Knightsbridge, flux, I Can This, and Tipple. So now it's the time to start the tile. I'm waiting for everybody to please send me thumbs up if you guys are done till here, and we'll start our tile. I'm waiting for everyone, and write down 1 and 2 also. Dhaniya patta.
So, anyways, Nidhi, while we are waiting for everybody to catch up till here, can you talk about some of the sessions you will be doing in the month of August? Also, what you have plans for some of the videos you will be releasing in August?
Yes. So in August, in our all Saturday session, we are going to work on the mandalas, and all our mandalas are based on the theme Seed of Life. And let me show you quickly. So this will be the one mandala which we are going to work. That's the Seed of Life. And in this particular mandala, you see this is a 3D mandala, and we need some extra paper and extra cutting. And in this session, we might need little extra time because we are going to work on the 2 mandalas. One is small, one big. So this is again one Seed of Life mandala. You can see it's kind of the wobbly in the center. So I'm going to write down some extra materials in this one. So please, you can go ahead and you can get that. You can make any mandala or anything in the bigger size. You see this artwork, and you can see the artwork in my back. Like this is the part of, let me just move it a little bit here. You can see, you can make any mandala in the bigger size. This is just a part of it. So it's your choice how big you want to make, but in this session, we are going to work on a 6-inch square. And in August, all our mandalas are based on the Seed of Life of this style. And as we are going to work on these, our Zentangle tiles. So I showed you like in the Zentangle tiles, this is one of the tile which we are going to make in our coming session, and you can add few more add-ons to your tiles, and if you want you can use them in the greeting card, in the tags, gift tags, or mosaics. It's your choice. And we are going to work on one more tile, like that will be very full of contrast, this one. Yeah, so that's it.
Do we know what is the meaning of seed of life?
How about we'll discuss it in our session, like let's keep it a little
sounds
secret
good.
this time, and we'll
Sounds good.
discuss it about in our August 1st Saturday session. So let's start our
By the way, August 1st is today, Nidhi. So
Oh,
probably talking about
yes.
August 7th.
I'm talking about the Saturday, first Saturday of August. Good morning, H. Crafty. Thank you, Helena. Yes, Helena, that looks like stained glass, the color of that artwork. So, let's start our Zentangle session with the first step, with the gratitude and appreciation. I want to say thank you to everybody who joined me here, and I'm really happy with all these supplies which I have. I want to say thank you to everyone who is part of my art journey, and today is the Friendship Day, so happy Friendship Day to all of you too. And let's start with the corner dots. So actually in this particular tile, our corner dots are not at really very corner. We are going to make one like this kind of, why are these separate? With this kind of rectangular box in our tile. These are kind of the dots and then the border. So please draw this. Little bit up and down is fine. Try to keep it this position. So this is kind of our string which we drew here, and we might use our pencil a little bit more later. First let's work inside of this. I'm going to work directly with the pen. If you want, you can use your pencil first, and we are going to fill this whole block with this W2 tangle. So in the corner I'm starting like this, 1, 2 and 3. So I'm going to use 3 boxes in this one. 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2. I'm just switching to the little thicker pen to fill them. Thank you, World Facts. After that, we are going to connect them. So first we are going to join them from here, base, and I'm going to use the same technique like this. So first we are going to join them vertical, like the horizontal lines. So these are the horizontal lines. And now we are going to join them with the vertical lines. I'm just tilting it a little sideways just to get the right angle to draw.
This looks like the number 52525 to me.
Really? Please be careful where to draw the line and where not to draw the line. This is really important in this one. That's why it's called the highly focused tangle. That's awesome, H Crafty. And now I'm just grabbing the pencil, and you see where our these open sections are here. I'm just going to draw the line with the pencil, which is going all the way to here, and these lines are going all the way to here. Please draw with the pencil, don't draw with the pen.
Let's wait about 15-20 seconds, Nidhi.
Yes, I'm waiting for everybody now. Please write down in the chat if you guys are done, and write down 1 and 2. Who is drawing along with me? Okay, Mandeep, you love icon this. I know this icon this is really very love to draw tangle, and we can work wonders with this tangle. It looks easy, but you know, we can use it in various ways. Let me show you. It's in my file. I think we made one beautiful Mandala with this, if I can find it out. Oh, it's not here.
So while Nidhi is looking for it, for anyone who has not yet hit the thumbs up button, I would request to please like the video. It helps grow the channel as well. Thank you.
Look, so this is a Mandala, and it is a little different, but it's a variation of this icon. This we did it in our CZT seminar. Isn't it beautiful? And here are various variations of the colors you can use in your tiles. Like this is the one with the black and white, and the same one with the monochromatic color, same one with the multicolors. So that's how you can use colors in your tiles too. Okay, now let's start with our tile. Thank you everyone. Thank you Deborah, Richa, Bindu, H Crafty, Tanya, Rashmi, Shruti, Arya for your reply. Okay, now before we work in these, first we are going to work on the flux now. So over here we are going to draw the flux, which are kind of sprouting from their base, like here. They are kind of sprouting from here base and going. That's why we didn't draw these lines with the pen first, because we want the flux to come over in the forward place. Draw in any direction, it's really your choice how you want to grow them. They are flowing with the air anywhere, everywhere, kind of. Try to give this beautiful curve. You can draw some over and under also. Don't draw anything in this top part here. And don't fill all the way. We can leave some space where we can continue drawing our band like this. Maybe I would love to draw one more. And now I will continue here. Do I need one more here? Okay, like this. And exactly the same way we are going to work here. Absolutely wild, flowing with the air anywhere, no direction, just wherever your heart desires you can draw them, and you can just make them curvy. We are going to work inside of these beautiful petals. And once you feel like that they are enough now, just draw these lines. And now we are going to work on this top part, and we are going to draw I can this. Here is our I can this. Let me keep it this side so that you can see we are going to work on I can this now. So how are we going to work in this one? So first let's work on this going in this direction. Yes, you can work the same tangle in the smaller size and in the bigger size. Let me show you. Like this is a bigger size version, and This is the smaller colored version of the same artwork. You see? So the same pattern in the big 6-inch and the small 3.5-inch. You can definitely scale up any size, you know. And then draw these tiny vines on the side. Kind of the temple shape leaf or these temples kind of petal which we draw a lot of times in our mandalas. The next step is to draw these tiny U's. And after that we are going to join them with this wavish line. And then little these pointy V inside the U. And if we want to give little bold line to any of the side of the petal or anywhere, so this is our first icon this, and now we are going to fill this whole area with icon this, and you can grow them in any direction. Now it's your choice, you know the process. That is the fun of this artwork, that we all are drawing together, we all are working on the same tangle, we all are following the same instructions. Still, when we are going to see the outcome, everyone's style will look different from each other, because you can choose your own style of drawing the same tangle in your own way. And when you draw in your own style, you feel that accomplishment, kind of that it is your own artwork. It's not like you are copying someone, although you are taking the instructions, but still it's your choice where to draw, how to draw the same pattern, the same tangle. That is the fun of this art. Let them overlap with each other. Don't forget to give this little pointy tip inside the U. That really makes a lot of difference. These tiny embellishments and tiny these finesse is really important in these kind of pattern drawing. You can draw as many leaves as you want, or you can stop whenever you feel like that it's kind of done. Somewhere you can darken the line, like make them bold, and somewhere you can give this turn to these leaves. Let me draw one more going here sideways. This. Try avoid putting your hand over your tile. I'm working on one video that will tell you how I organize my tangles and how I categorize them, and it will be really helpful if you are having these kind of lot of tangles and when you really want to design your own tile. So I hope you will like that video. I'm still working on this. I'm trying little different style, like kind of the doodling style in that video. So that might take a little bit more time, but I started working on it already, and I'm really excited because I'm doing that kind of video first time. But the message in this video is that how I organize my tangles and how I categorized them. So stay tuned to my uploaded video. Like last month I uploaded the video of this tangle, of not this tangle, this Zen mandala, and I worked on this Zen mandala, and lot of you submitted beautiful your mandalas, like they were beautiful, and some of you who didn't have the brown paper used the coffee for the staining or the tea for the staining, and still some of you are waiting for your supplies to work on this. So that's why it's available for everybody so far, and then we'll shift it for the oaks and for the Patreons. Okay, now we are done with the icon this, and it's the time to work on the fescue now. So for the fescue, we are going to work in this whole base. In this whole base, they are growing from the very bottom, and they are going anywhere wavish line. Let me change my pen. It's working very light. So yeah, I'm using the same 01 now. This all I did it with 03. They can go let them be very organic in different sizes, different direction. Don't try to put them in one way. Wavish line and then loop in the end. Some are kind of crossing. And now inside of these, I'm going to draw one tiny drop or the loop based on the space. We can just make one tiny dot or a tiny loop inside. That's the variation of the fescue which we are going today. You can draw, any style of fescue. Let me bring the other fescue, this one. So it's your choice. You can choose any style of this. Whichever you feel like. So here are the 4 styles of the fescues. We have used these 3 styles in our earlier tiles. This variation we are using the first time today in these Let's Tangle Together session. Today is the 19th session. Oh, there is a poll. I'm not sure you guys have hit the poll or not. Okay, so after this fescue, we are going to work on the Knight's Bridge now. So Knight's Bridge is just a border, extending. That's why we drew this fescue first, because fescue is supposed to be coming over this ledge kind of, and this is the border where we are going to fill. We are going to work on a very tiny knight's bridge here for the border. Let me bring it a little bit more closer if possible. Yes. And then the boxes. So don't draw over where the fescues are coming. We always draw the tangle or the object which is in the foreground, and then we draw whatever is in the background. Always draw in that order. Or if you can't do that, you can use the pencil for the foreground first and then work on the background, and then that's how you know where you are going to draw the foreground. But if you are not using the pencil, then draw in the order. So here is the knight's bridge in the border we are doing. Or as a frame. And after that, we are going to work inside these flux first, and in the flux we are going to draw a tiny flux inside like this, and then the curvy line. So first draw this aura line, and this is the tiny flux inside. and then the decoration. If you don't have much space, you can skip this aura line, okay? And you can just do these. Curvy line and the dots. Now we are working in this flux, but we are doing the one aura line also inside in these flux, and that aura line step is absolutely optional. We are going to go this. Oh, I left this thing. I left this tiny leaf. Okay, now I'm just turning it sideways so that I need not to put my hand over the whole tile. Don't forget to keep your inner aura line also in the curve. This is really important. And now it's the time to draw lots of. Hey, thank you, Word Facts, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting me and my artwork. And now I'm going to draw lots of tipples in between these flux. And these tipples are kind of, coming from the base, this knight's bridge. This tipple kind of, completes this flux. They go together so well. So I always say that this tipple is my to-go tangle. I don't know about other tanglers, but for me it's really difficult to design any tile without the tipple. If you are joining me in my past sessions, you must have realized it. So what is your to-go tangle so far? Is there any tangle which you feel like that if you are designing any tile, you can't leave or you can't work without that tangle? Tell me your to-go tangle. Which tangle you think that you can't make any tile without using of that in any ways? Yes, it looks like windows and plants, Richa. Maybe that was in my mind when I was working on this tile or designing the pattern. It's not really necessary to fill everywhere or to draw the tipple everywhere, but to give them little texture. And to me, like Tipple brings all the patterns together, and Tipples and gingers. Okay, Deborah. Tipples or flowery bow. Okay, Arishri. Nice. Muka and Tipples. Yes, Muka is also like really very to go tangle, and you can really set them anywhere. I also love using Muka a lot, but in this one, I am not using Muka. But I can feel that your feeling of using the Muka. Yes, Kelly. And ginger, yes, because they all are the beautiful, the edge tangles or the terminal tangles. And as I told you, that I'm working on one video where we are talking about the categories of different tangles. So yeah, I'm working on that, and it was fun really categorizing the tangles in different ways. And I'm really excited for that video. Okay, I can add more tipples as later on when we go in this style and we feel like. Now it's the time to work inside these bands. So we have these 2 vertical bands and 1, 2, 3, 4 horizontal bands. So in the vertical bands, we are going to draw the same icon this slightly. Are you saying anything, Ajay?
No, I'm not.
Do you guys want me to wait or printamp? Okay. And in the Mandeep, it is, I think, Prapreet, right?
Yeah, let's wait about 20 odd seconds.
Okay.
We can probably continue, I guess.
Okay. I'm waiting for everyone to catch up. Ginger tangle, show me please. Which one is ginger tangle? Okay, you want to see the ginger tangle? Just give me a second. Let me bring my file and I'll show you, Arya. These are the grid tangles. These are the drama tangles. These are the blossom tangles. Do you see ginger here? No. In the border? No. In the edge or terminal? So this is the one you see on the top. So this is the ginger tangle. Okay. So is everybody ready now? Please write down done or show me thumbs up if you guys are done till here so that I can resume together. Birthday captain. Okay, Hareshri. Awesome, Richa. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Helena. Awesome. So we have used these tangles so far. 5 tangles. Knightsbridge, W2, icon this, flux, fescue, and we have used Tipple also. And now we are just left with one more printamp in the band. We are going to use that. So first we are going to use again this icon this in these 2 vertical bars. And we are going to use it very tiny branch like this. Tiny U. And we will join them. Don't draw over the horizontal bar, please, in the W2 tangle. Just stay inside. I really want to show you one of my other tile where I use this tangle in the whole tile. So maybe when I'm done, I'll find that tile and I'll show you. So here it's kind of, I closed it, so I'm just stopping it here, or maybe I'll just go all the way and we'll stop here. So the same steps everywhere in the tangle, but very tiny lines. And now in these horizontal bands, first we are going to draw this or a line on this inside, on the top and the bottom. So if you want to draw more tipple or anything, this is the time, because now we are going to fill this whole band with the printamps or the spirals. In the band. So these are the printamps, and today we are going to use them in as the spiral style. In the border style, they are spirals. And someone told me that the printamp is, I think Prapreet told me that printamp is her to-go tangle. So she must be enjoying drawing that, right? Like this, and we are going to repeat the same thing in all the horizontal bands. So again, if you want to add more tipple or the more flux, this is the time to add it before drawing the printamps, because printamps is going to be in the background. Flux and tipples are going to be stay in the foreground. Don't draw over any other tangle. If any other tangle is coming, like the flux or the tipple or anything, so just stop there and start drawing when you have the empty space. Repeat the same thing in all 4 horizontal bands. First, draw this double line or the aura line inside of these W2 bands, which are kind of extending from it. and then fill them with beautiful spirals. This is our dog.
I don't know if you guys. So yeah, I don't know if you guys heard him yawn so loud. Yeah, but he's been yawning. Yeah, in our studio.
Seems like when I keep on speaking on the same tone, it works as a kind of, that he wants to sleep now. So he keeps yawning here. So funny. Yay! Now take a look. We are kind of done with the drawing, but I would love to fill a little bit more areas with the tipple wherever I feel like I want to fill this area or want to create more balance in the tile. So feel free, these tipple as many as you want, and you can stop whenever you feel like. Draw slow, draw beautiful. Take your time. Don't hurry up. Really want to fill all this area. Okay. It's looking nice now. Yes. Okay, and these tipple are kind of, growing or coming on the top of this. What are you calling this window? To create that harmony in all the tangles, it's kind of growing everywhere. Yes. And now is the time for the shading. So for the shading, for the first thing, I'm working in these printamp bands first. The both side very lightly. First, I'm laying down graphite everywhere. And in these vertical bands, I'm just laying down very lightly in this center line of this ike and this. And the same in the center line of the ike and this here on the top. So it will go on the both side actually. Now let's first blend them and then we'll work on the next tangle. So it is just in the middle and very lightly over these lines with the same dirty blending stump. I'm not using any pencil over these side lines, but if it's kind of, you know, overlapping, so just go around it so that it creates that 3-dish look or over and under look. Just turning it around so that I get perfect angle to work with. And now it's the time for these bands. And just stay inside of this. Okay, and now it's the time for the shading in these flux. So we are just going to shade little bit in this inside flux one, not in the outside aura line. Just stay inside. You see those double lines which we drew, so just don't shade in that. Leave that outer line bright white and just fill this inside part. That's the shading in here. And now we are going to shade a little bit here below the ledge or the window, like this border here, and around the knight's bridge. And we'll go a little shading around these bands which are going out. Just below them. Hello mom, good evening. And now a little shading in this fescue base. So what is left? I'm looking now. I think we are kind of done now. Just in the little borders here. Very lightly on the top also. Wherever the texture is, I'm just giving very subtle grayish color. To them, and that's all. So we are done with our tangles and the shading, and now it's the time for the initial and sign and appreciate again. So before that, let's just recall all our tangle which we have used in our tile. We have used this printamp as a band, we have used Tipple as a filler, we have used Knightsbridge as a border, fescue in the base, icon this on the top, flux and W2. All these tangles which we have used today are here with the tile. You can see icon this, fescue, Knightsbridge, Tipple, flux, W2 and printamp. So these are the tangles which we have used, and now it's the time to sign. I hope you guys are all done. Ma'am, can you wait? I'm waiting, Aditi. You can ask any questions if you have. Ma'am, can you say my name, please? Yes, Aditi Kushwaha. I'm so happy to have you here, Aditi. And Mr. Smartest, I'm fine. Thank you for asking. How are you? Thank you, Yelena. Thank you, Helene. Now it's time to sign your initials. So my initial is Nidhi Prakash, and I made my chop like this. I joined the two letters with this beautiful heart shape, and you can decide your initials in your own style. You can work on your initials in different style, and then once you feel like that yes, I'm happy with this one, you can stick with one, and you can use your chop in this front like this, and on the back you can write your full name, and it is 1st August 2021, and let's tangle. And you can write down YouTube Live, Nidhi Prakash Arts and Zentangle and all those tags. So all those tags which you feel like using here with me. So this one is the Let's Tangle 19th session. You can use all those hashtags, and I'm going to take a picture of it and make a post on my Facebook page as always, and you can share your work with me here. Thank you, Jyotsna. How do you manage with all these names? Yes, H Crafty, that's what I was telling you. So how I'm managing with all these names, and I'm making a video on it because I have been asked this question so many times, that how I categorize these tangles, how I remember them. So I've started working on this video and I'm really very excited because this is the first time that technique I'm using with like kind of writing everything in motion. And I hope you guys will enjoy that video too, and it will be available very soon. I'm still working on that. And in that video, you are going to know how I organize these tangles and how I have categorized them. So whenever I'm deciding on any tile, so how I choose them based on their categories, and it really helps me a lot in deciding all my tiles. So I hope that will be helpful to you too. And now it's the time to say thank you and appreciate your tile again. I'm patting my shoulder that Nidhi Prakash, you did awesome job. Now I would like everybody to pat your shoulder and say aloud your name and say some good words to yourself and to your artwork. That is really important. Thank you, Word Facts, for checking in. Thank you, Deborah, Shruti, Claudia, Jyotsna, Crafty, Veer, Rashmi, Halani, Elena, Aditi, everyone. Now, time to say goodbye and see you next week. Next week, we are going to start our Seed of Life mandalas, as well as on the Fridays, we are going to work on a Zentangle inspired art on a 6-inch thing, and every Sunday for the Zentangle Art session. Now I can't wait to see your submissions. Don't forget to submit it. And you have not clicked on the thumbs up button on the video yet, please do it. And if you have not subscribed the channel, then please do subscribe. Feels like you are friend. Yes, Bindu, I'm your friend. We all are friend. We all are together. Thank you, mommy. And we all are friend in this art journey. We all are together, because you can see me, but I can see you through your work. I can see you through your those tiny pictures on your account. So yes, that's how we all are together in a family. And again, happy Friendship Day to everybody. Bye bye.